Hey everybody, and thank you so much for joining me today here on Blind Whiskey Reviews. As promised, I am bringing you the 5 bonus shootouts from the Distillery Wars series. If you didn't catch it, I talked about it quite a bit in the live stream wrap-up I did. I'll link that up here if you want to check it out. But there was a snafu with the bracket, which caused me to have to shoot a bunch of extra footage of shootouts, some of which I needed, some of which I didn't. So I've got a bunch of extra shootouts, 5 in total, coming your way between the same iconic whiskeys we've had in our Distillery Wars series. So hopefully you guys will enjoy these. This same clip of video is going to lead in every video to explain it. So if you see this again, don't worry, it's not deja vu. You have not necessarily seen this before. I'm using the same clip of video to lead into all 5 shootouts. Hopefully you enjoyed the Distillery Wars series. I will link the playlist up here in case you didn't catch it and you're just catching this one. Hopefully you enjoy all the bonus footage, and let's get to the shootout. We've got 2 more whiskeys going head to head today and to see which one is king, so let's get started. Number 1 on the nose, I didn't have to get it really even too close to me. A big pop of fruit. Apple, dark, like juicy red apple. A little vanilla, a little citrus. Slight hint of like caramel. Smelling pretty good. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, definitely go hit the subscribe button down below and click the bell notification. That way you'll be notified every time I'm putting out a new one of these videos so you can keep up. Number 6. A little bit on the darker side. Not so much like juicy fruit. A little bit more of those like sweeter sugar notes. There's like some red fruit in there too, though. I mean, there's definitely like these like berry characters. A little bit of heat on the nose. Maybe there's not heat on the nose. I got a whiff of it for a second when I buried my nose in there. It didn't come up. Didn't burn me. Probably some vanilla, some oak. All right. Well, let's find out what really matters and see which one of these tastes better. Starting with number 1. All right. Let me get one more taste before I start giving you some flavor notes. So I feel a little bit of proof here. A little bit of those light fruit notes. I can't really tell. So there's points in the palate where it feels like the proof is a little bit on the higher side. Like maybe it's one of our closer to 100 proof offerings. Offerings? Why do I keep saying offerings? No offerings. One of our higher proof whiskeys in this shootout. There's also points where it doesn't taste like that. There's points where it tastes a little bit weaker, a little bit thinner. So definitely going to be coming back to this a little bit more. Get another couple of tastes. Let's get one more taste and we'll move over to number 6. At this point, I can't really tell where the proof is. Like I said, there's parts of it that feel higher, there's parts of it that don't. It's got a nice array of flavors. We got some of those light fruits. Come on, like I said, a lot of your standard bourbon flavors, as most of the whiskeys in this shootout do have at some point in there, all across the palate. The finish is a little bit on the back of the palate. A little bit of light fruit, a little bit of oak, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of that tannic bitterness. Pretty good duration on this one. Like it's got a nice, reasonably long finish. Get a little water here. And we're moving on to number 6. So this one's definitely smelling deeper, darker on that end of the spectrum. So this one is definitely feeling like one of our higher proof offerings. Why? Why offerings? This is definitely feeling like one of our higher proof whiskeys in the Shootout. Deeper, darker, that dark plum, black currant, black cherry, dark brown sugar, vanilla, leather, tobacco, slight bit of oaky bitterness, and it really just balances out well at the end. I mean, the finish on a whiskey is key, and this one finishes well. The balance on that finish is good because it's really sweet up front. There's a lot of sweetness throughout, front, mid palate, but towards the back, those nice tannic oak notes just really cut through that sweetness. And the alcohol too, there's like a really nice balance of alcohol here. And it really just kind of cuts through some of that sweet character and really lets you finish with a little bit of sweetness, but a little bit of other stuff that really just makes it an enjoyable experience. So far so good on this number 6. Yeah, definitely more of the same. Let me bounce back to number 1 here real quick. Get one more taste before we do our little speed up. Definitely doesn't have the heat number 6 does. Number 6 has a little bit more intensity, a little more heat, definitely more robust characters at this point. 1 feels a little bit thinner, a little bit on the lighter side of flavors. And I don't mean light like lacking power, but light in the sense of like light apple, light brown sugar. Just not deep, dark flavors, lighter flavors. Anyways, I definitely need to go back and forth between these two a couple more times. I'm going to do that as we've been doing in all these videos. I'm going to speed that up, not to waste your guys' time. We will get through a few more minutes of tasting here, and I will come back with my notes and my decision on which one of these whiskeys wins this head-to-head shootout. So we will be right back with that. All right, so it didn't take too much back and forth to figure this one out, and I'm sure based on my notes at the beginning, you've probably guessed that number 6 just has so much more depth, so much more complexity, so much more rich character than number 1 does at this point. So for me, definitely number 6 takes the cake today. It's going to be the winner. Number 1 is still good. It has a lot of good flavors, but it just doesn't pack the horsepower, doesn't pack the complexity. It's well balanced, it's easy drinking, it's a good whiskey, as all the whiskeys in this shootout have been, but it just doesn't deliver when it comes to all those things you want to look for. Like, it's just not as interesting. So, excuse me. So, number 6 definitely takes the day as my winner. So, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Should number 1 have won? I can't feel, in this case, I really feel like it was a pretty wide divide. Number 6 was clearly the winner in this case. So, let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, you can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at blind_reviews. You can also catch me on Instagram at mission_bottle kill, and you can send me an email at blindwhiskeyreviews. And until next time, cheers.